Hello, welcome to the next ReeVlog. I believe this might be 2 in as many days, which is unlikely to happen very often. It's a sign that I have some time, which is rare, but I like it. So, no clients today, as they were cancelled. However, and I didn't get the car done yesterday, which I believe I said I was going to do. My brother hurt his arm. There's a tool that we need to use that he said it's probably best that he is at least able to help me use it, rather than just try to talk me through it, because apparently it's difficult. I don't know. However, what I do know is that I was going to say something. Yes, I started watching The Rookie due to the excellent marketing strategy that is putting the song from one of the seasons that is very good on the internet. I believe it was the fans that did it, but it might have been instigated by their marketing team. You never know. And I would like to watch the show because it was a very entertaining excerpt. So I was like, you know what? I'll start. So I started watching The Rookie. So far, so good. I think I'm on episode 2 or 3. Not sure. However, someone said something like, the only thing that will bring me joy today is crushing your spirit. And I, having treated myself to some Coca-Cola, as opposed to alcohol-free beer, which was my other potential option, I'm going to go back to the shop today, as this is the final Coca-Cola, weigh out the price comparisons, because I do like me some glass bottles. But I was drinking this, they said that, and I came out with the profound statement of be prepared for misery, huzzah. Now, that profound statement may sound somewhat sad, however, that's not how I see it, because just because you are prepared for misery does not mean that you would like to have misery, doesn't mean you have to experience misery. All it means is that should misery come along, you're prepared for it. That is something that I learnt, though albeit in a much more unofficial manner, long ago. And so, excuse me while I take my vitamin D. I know it's very sunny, but I try to avoid the sun. And, you know, my doctor, I'm seeing them Tuesday. If they tell me stop it, I'll stop it. Until then, I go until I run out. But, yes, do. Be prepared for misery. So, joy seems to be the desire of the vast majority of the population, as far as I can tell, including myself to some degree. Lots of people ask the question at some point in their life of what is the purpose of life? What am I doing here? And usually that ends up with a somewhat utilitarian approach to being maximize happiness. For myself, for others, mixture of both, blah, blah, blah. Some is the other utilitarian approach, minimize suffering. Myself, others, blah, 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 blah. Then you can go and take the Buddhist approach to desire is the root of all suffering, which means if you therefore desire to end suffering, you create more suffering. But the aim to stop desiring is caused by the desire to end suffering. Paradoxical. But, Four Noble Truths, yada yada yada. I haven't looked into Buddhism for ages, but that's the thing. If you're prepared for misery, then I think that you can let it wash past you, run through you, but not destroy you. Like, you are the river bank, not the water in the river. Things go through, and you remain. You may get bigger, you may get blocked, and then swell, and then continue, but you remain. Not sure that's a very good metaphor, but I'm coming up with this all off the top of my head. But yes, so, enough of my philosophizing nonsense. I obviously have a day to myself today. What am I going to do with this day to myself? As I said before, I'm going to go to the shop, look at some metal bottles and the beverages inside, comparing pricing, nutritional value, etc. I'm going to also hopefully do some exercise. My current plan consists of doing some exercise in the flat after I put away some clothing that I have hanging up over there. Then likely go to the shop, come back, pop all the drinks that I acquire in the fridge, ready for later on when I will go for a walk. Now this walk may eventually turn into a run because I plan on taking the bottles with me in my fridgery bag, which is around here somewhere. I think I showed it to you yesterday though. And if I yank on the straps for the bag, it will come up nice and tight against my back. It means I can run without it bouncing, without everything jangling around too much inside. That's the plan. But if I just go for a nice long walk, that'll be great. With the run, I'm hoping it'll be not too hot, because my walking I plan on going in the shark shoes, which are like slip-on shoes, no socks or anything. And then I can run and hold those in my hands, because they're not very good to run in. But barefoot running I think would be good, but obviously if it's too hot I'll get blisters. It's going to mess things up for a little while. Yeah, that's the vast majority of my plan. But whilst I remember, provided I continue to remember, I also intend to attach the ladder for the loft here, because it's not attached and it needs to be attached. So get that done so I can actually use the loft for storage and stuff, because I've started to bring more things back from my families where they've kindly been storing things. They've said that they can continue to, but I said no. It's not what I want. I want it all in one place. That place is largely going to be my loft, hopefully. And so I need to find storage for them. I've got shelves up. They are full for the most part. Obviously that one's a little bit empty. This one here is my pill popping shelf, so that should go on there. This is empty, but I'm keeping it in case I need to get more. Currently I'm not going to get any more, but I'm keeping it so I don't forget what they are if I do decide to get more. Yes, then this one, as you can see, has saucers on it. I do have more saucers, but I use them and then they get left where I use them, and then I have to go around and pick them up and put them back. There is the plan. Whew. What else? Hoo, hoo, hoo. Bung, bung, bung. Not sure. There were more plans. Hobbies, most likely. That sort of shindig. Yes. Doubt I'll get all of it done, but I'll see what I can do. Yeah. Maybe do some more Japanese learning. Did a little bit this morning. Good, like 20 minutes, half an hour or so. Much better. More than usual. Ow. My eczema's started to play up already, which isn't great, so I have been doing lots of moisturising and such, and it hasn't helped. Well, it has helped, but it is still very irritating. We'll get through, but it is Summer and we just don't get along. Never mind. There's also been a lot of shouting from the people in the street between this flat block and that, whatever it is, building. And usually it's reasonably late at night, and it's very hot at the moment, so I haven't been wearing my sleep headphone eye mask accessory as much. I'll have to get back to it if it persists, but that's fine. But yeah, get back, put the things in, have a nap, so then it's later in the day when I get up, then go. Because obviously, midday-ish, usually the hottest time of the day. I might sneeze. No, I don't think I will. Okay, anyway, other than that, just general tidying here and there. Done most of the washing up, but I did use the slow cooker yesterday. I'm just waiting for it to cool down now so I can put it all into its Tupperwares and such, put those in the freezer. Then I've got to clean that and the scooper ladle, that's the word. And yeah, then put all of the washing up away, as well as putting my washing away, as well as making sure I don't need to take any of the bins out and stuff like that. All in all, it's going to be a generally chores and exercise day. But I'm going to go back to watching The Rookie as well whilst I do them in the house, because before I leave the flat, I want to have my phone fully on charge, because I didn't put it on charge before I went to bed yesterday. So I need to make sure that that gets done at some point, so it gets fully charged, and then I can leave. That's the plan. With that, I also need to try to find a book. Trudy Canavan. Canavana? I don't know. I can't remember the name of the first book. First book, The Novice and the Dark. Then I think it's The Dark Magician, maybe, something like that. Tis about a woman, well, girl to start with. I think the name might be Serena. Runs with a thieves guild or whatever. A bunch of thieves. Finds out they have magic. Magic is dangerous. They get found. They join the mages. The mages help them out. They have a bit of a shindig. Stuff happens. Turns out that their boss is a dark mage of sorts, but not in a bad way necessarily. Yada yada yada. Things happen. Great series. I was going to lend it to my mum, but I can find book 2 and 3, but not book 1. So I've bought some of the books with me here, but I had previously also bought some of the books with me here. So I don't know whether that might be in the previously set, but I don't know where they are, because I thought they were in this chest of drawers here, but they're not. Oh, that's something else I can do. I need to turn the computer on. Hopefully it will remind me. I want to make a stand for business cards, because I have lots of business cards. However, they're all just sat in a box somewhere. I think that box happens to be underneath the phone you're currently in another box. So I figured to myself, because I saw a business card stand yesterday for one of my competitors who, you know, fair enough. I'm giving up the business most likely in the new year anyway, but if I get a business card stand, at least I can put them in there. Won't go to waste, really. I can ask around, see about it. Oh, that felt good. If the health gets better, then I might ask around and see about getting the everything's updating. Lovely. Yeah, I can see about getting more clients potentially. Hopefully the health will get better, but I don't have high hopes. Flip that one. Anyway, I should probably go, because recording this is going to be draining the battery rather than charging the battery, and as I said, I want it to be charging the battery. So I'm going to get searching while I put the show back on again regarding the business card stand, and then once I find it, sort that shindig out, get it printed, or get it printing, I suppose I should say. From there, I will then exercise with the show on. And then from there, I'll go to the shop, not with the show on. I'll come back, put the show on, have a nap, put the show back on where I was before I had a nap, washing up, that sort of stuff. Anyway, I'll catch you cats on the flip-flop. Goodbye.